Hello and welcome to Casting Rolls. We're a bunch of theater nerds and good friends playing a little D&D. We're so happy that you joined us. Take a moment to subscribe to the show. Takes just a click and gains our unending thanks. Drop us a like and leave a comment for Campaign 2. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we have tons of great content to explore. We're down lucky tonight, but hopefully they'll be back next week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start this. Back, Star Striders! So last time you all battled your way through a horde of raised skeletons and earth elementals to make your way to the Temple of the Nine in the Great Rift. During the battle, you fought alongside the Riskbreakers Anzel and Bolton Coon, and in a surge of magic, a newborn rock elemental named Rodney burst out of Kieran's pack. After taking down the shadow creature, raising the skeletons, a brief lull in the combat allowed you with a means of escape into the temple, where a last-ditch shield from Sage blocked the entrance of the elementals and allowed you to close the doors thundering behind you. You found yourself in the lit-up temple entrance, a massive cavern filled with I didn't write this part. Good job, Josh. You found yourself in a massive cavern filled with
extempore.
A massive cavern filled with altars to the nine gods, and slowly magical lanterns lighting the way, and the crunch of bones beneath your feet. With that in mind, what would you all like to do as you're sitting there with Bolton and Enzel and Sage, who's bleeding from wounds that seem to have happened because of the shield that he cast, and the healing magic of Enzel washes over you all, and then you kind of catch a moment of your breath as the two Riskbreakers are looking around at the area.
Lucky, you're used to these type of temples. Where would they be casting this ritual?
Okay.
No, seriously. Lucky grew up in a temple.
No, I'm not.
They know the layout.
I'm not eyeing that. I'm eyeing which of us responds to this.
I will say, Lucky kind of looks around at the temple, and then he kind of points deeper and says, "Well, I'm not exactly sure. The temple here doesn't have the same layout as the one that I grew up in." That was bad.
Right,
Lucky.
then.
Yeah.
Let's head towards the sound of the... Can we do a perception check?
Yeah, you guys can do
a
anybody would like to make perception checks or investigation checks, you may. And while you're doing that, Bolton kind of turns to the group and says, thank you for the assistance out there. Sage, it's good that you brought some friends along with you on the journey. You were supposed to join us, I suppose. Who all are you?
We're the Star Striders.
I would like to help whoever is going to talk, because Bonnie doesn't make good charisma rolls, but I'm proficient in charisma, so I can assist somebody in making a charisma roll.
I think you should assist Ravik.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't call for any rolls, so they just asked who you are.
Okay. Or if I say I'm going to introduce myself and appear friendly, Josh be like,
no. Well, no, that depends on what you fucking say. When you fail horribly, then you I'm gonna stand like 3/4 behind Bonnie, and I refuse to talk to them. I don't know who they are. I don't like them.
Ravik will introduce and overly friendly, because these are police force, almost condescendingly, but yeah, it's like, yeah, but we're just, what's his? I forgot his accent.
Bolton. What's Ravik's Bolton?
You're Southern.
Southern accent, right?
Yeah. I forgot about that. We're the Star Striders. I'm Ravik, and this is Kieran, Bonnie, and my best bud here, and Dulasat. We appreciate y'all.
He looks at you with kind of sparkling eyes when you say best bud.
Of course. And who are you all?
I'm Bolton Coon. And then the taller woman, kind of sheathing her sword on her back, says, and I'm Enzel. We are risk breakers from Anavir here. We are
Can I make a history check if I see if I know who they are?
Bonnie would have no idea who these two individuals are.
Perfect.
But Bonnie might not know what risk breakers are, so if you want, you can make a history check with that.
I did roll a natural 20, so 22 for perception, Josh.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice.
That is a 12 for history to even know what a risk breaker is.
Yeah, so I mean, like the best you can guess is that risk breakers are some kind of governmental agency. They don't do a lot of work in the Veltland, so your tribe has never really interacted with them in any kind of way.
I mean, they seem official.
That would be why we are wearing badges. And Bolton points.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
I think this is a lovely conversation, but somebody is casting a ritual that just reanimated the entire valley full of dead. So maybe we want to try finding them and stopping them.
Enzel.
We can talk on the way.
Enzel says, "What do you think that we were doing?" Because you realize, like, the entire time that you were talking to Bolton, Enzel was scanning the chamber. Bonnie, before Enzel can point it out, you do see that, like, tucked away back behind one of the temple entrance, like one of the altar entrances for one of the gods, there is a side recessed doorway that leads to a staircase that goes higher up into the temple. You don't see anything that's going deeper down into the temple, and you know that that's where the energy is coming from, is deeper within the rift.
So even with a 22, there's no passageway down.
No, with the 22, you do not see a passageway down. You only see the passageway up.
I think we got to go up before we can go down.
Lucky, does that sound right?
Well, the High Priest's office would be up. So perhaps there's more information there.
Right. And I go charging across.
Okay, so as you all are passing...
How's our buddy Sage looking?
Sage, Lucky healed Sage at the end of the last fight, but he's still down a little bit, but he's not back to full, but he's down a little bit. But you can see he's like catching his breath, and like he was glowing at the end of the last fight, and you can see that a lot of that that glowing energy is kind of faded, but there's just like a sparkle to the sweat on his arms, of like light that's kind of glinting even in the darkness here off of him, and he's kind of catching his breath from the exertion of what ended the fight at the end. As you're walking through the temple, you pass by these recessed alcoves that are altars to each of the 9, and Kieran, you can see that, like, you know, as somebody who's not been in an Illyrian temple structure, you can tell that, like, these were probably used to be magically enchanted, that there was like an endless waterfall in one, that there was a constantly budding tree in another, but all of that has faded into like these shattered runes that are kind of sparking in the light, like they tried to activate when you guys came into the chamber, but those runes no longer work. Bonnie, with a 22, as you're walking through, you see that, like, those runes weren't shattered because of age and disuse. They were purposefully broken. But it's difficult to tell whether it was a recent, like just recently, or if it was something that happened longer ago. But you can tell that, like, those were desecrated. Those are desecrated runes. They're not just runes that have lost their magic over time. But you make your way up the staircase, and you find yourself at a large double wooden doorway that is currently locked, Kieran.
Ravik!
What can I help with, buddy?
We have a locked door.
Locked door blocking our way. Let's see.
Do you perhaps have a skill set that would enable you to open an unlocked door, Ravik? That you would have accrued by well-mannered means?
Well, Bonnie, I did work for a locksmith for quite a time.
Right, we
I
remember.
thought you told me that.
Yeah,
This is
we were-
loud and like obviously like thrown down the hallway towards the wrist
I
breakers.
specifically remember.
Bonnie,
yes.
as you call out Ravik's name, Bolton suddenly goes, I've heard that name before.
Well, it's quite a common name. A lot of people where I grew up.
It's true.
had the same name. I think there
I've
were
met
4 other Raviks in my
I've met at
class.
least three Raviks personally.
Very common. The door. Let's get this door open.
Yep.
So,
Dillinger, you say, John D.
is this
He's a little rusty,
Sleight of
so
hand check.
I mean, he just
Sleight of
hasn't
hand,
done this
not
in
just
so long.
dexterity?
It may take him a second.
okay, wait. Slide of hand.
Click.
And he, it can be a little difficult.
This might be
Skills we don't
close.
use very
A 12
often.
on the dice.
Guidance.
Sleight of
Lucky.
hand.
I don't
It's
know if Lucky has
18,
guidance.
18.
I think Lucky had guidance and then.
Well, no,
took it
Lucky
away.
would. It's a cantrip, so it would be there. An 18.
It's
Okay.
fine. I got a plus
So
6. It's
as Ravik is kind of working on the lock, Enzel's kind of standing over you, and you can tell Ravik that Enzel is closely watching your form of lock picking, and like analyzing you in the way that a cop is analyzing somebody trying to break into a car.
Well,
And
if she's doing that while I'm gonna try to fumble a bit and purposefully sort of make it seem
Make
like
it
I'm not
look-
as
okay, make a
Skilled as I am.
performance check.
performance.
As
What the
a
heck is
charisma
that?
caster, that shouldn't
Man.
be too difficult.
Ma'am, please, we don't want certain people having this knowledge. It could be used for inappropriate means.
I know. Oh, 11 on the dice. Hold on.
Hmm.
Performance. LMNOP. Okay, a 16.
So as Anzel is kind of watching you and you're fumbling, she kind of reaches down to like fix her boot, and she just whispers in your ear, "You don't have to fake it when you're so good at it." And then she stands back up, and in that moment, I need you all to make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
no.
Gosh dang it.
well, if you're within 10 feet of me,
You got a 4,
Let me see.
which everyone is
you
because
get-
you're all at the top of the stairs.
What do we get?
Oh,
Add 4 to the roll.
Add 4. Okay.
a 20. Not natural.
That puts me at 18. Yay!
19.
Don't forget Lucky.
Lucky.
Oh.
Here, I'll roll it.
Yeah, because. Did it ever pop up for
Is
me?
this? Hello? I thought it would just
17.
roll if I did this.
It should if you click the strength saving throw.
I am clicking it, and it's just telling me
Show
what
me.
that is. You know?
Don't click
Oh.
strength. Click the +5 or the plus whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's still doing that for some reason.
Yeah,
Okay,
it doesn't.
Let me just
Weird.
I have
roll
a physical
dice.
dice off. You want me to roll a physical dice?
Yeah, you can roll a physical. That'd be great.
Ooh. A 10. Plus 1, 11.
Plus 5.
Oh,
So
plus 5? Oh, sorry.
because +4 was
16.
from Bonnie. Okay, 16. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
all of you are able to maintain your footing as another earthquake shakes through the temple, and you can hear like the creaking of the rocks around you as this temple is kind of carved out of that stone. But there's something that's enchanted here that's preventing the elementals from bursting into this space. So they're still outside. Like you can hear the occasional banging on the iron doors down in the lobby area. But Ravik, as you kind of correct yourself from the earthquake, you hear a click and the door opens, and you find yourself in a darkened, large chamber that has a central like skylight that's kind of it's carved all the way up through the rift to the ceiling. You can tell that they've put some kind of like stained glass halfway up this hole that kind of shoots up, and there's this colored light that's spraying out into the ceiling as there's still sunlight outside. It was just down in the rift, it wasn't showing, and there's this weird red glow throughout the chamber. And you can see that there are several torches around the chamber as well that should have magically lit, but they are not. You can see that there's like magical energy that's trying to light on the torches, and it's sputtering and it's not making contact. Other than that, the chamber is very dim outside of that shaft of red light at the center. Or it's so dark that you can't really see. Those with dark vision would see like a fairly large chamber with a heavy desk at the back, flanked by two large bookshelves. There's a carving behind the desk, recessed into the wall, and then there's a smattering of other small tables and benches and things like that around the chamber. You can imagine like other priests coming up here to pray, and several of those are also cabinet features that have doorways. But if you want light, somebody can cast a light spell, or you can see what's wrong with the torches and try to get them working.
Let's investigate the torches and see.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
I'll assist.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I mean, shoot. I'm not good at Arcana.
Actually, I don't have proficiency in Arcana, so I can't.
I'm lighting a torch.
Lucky will assist.
Lucky would see all confused.
Lucky will assist.
And Lucky do it. And
yeah, you can roll as Lucky and you can help. Bonnie's lighting a torch. That's fine. Bonnie, you go to light a torch, and the moment the light hits the flame, you see like the sputtering of your flintlock against the light. It catches and it makes that kind of slow like burning as it's about to form, and then as soon as the full torch lights, you just see the flame is sucked away into the darkness and vanishes.
Lucky got a 22.
22. Yeah, so as Lucky and Ravik are looking at the light, you can tell there are two runes on these light torches as well that have both been desecrated in the same way that the other one has been by some. And now that you're looking at it closer, you can tell that the desecration wasn't like they scratched out the quicksilver that was carved into the stone. There's another rune that was placed over this rune that's canceling out the effect and is in fact having the opposite effect. So instead of allowing the fire torch light to appear, it's sucking that light away into some kind of darkness. Lucky with that high enough of an Arcana check would know that magical light would probably be okay. Lucky does have access to the light spell.
Oh, well. I guess Lucky will cast light.
Okay. As Lucky casts light, the entire chamber lights up. And outside of that central red lit space, you now all see that it looks like this chamber is splattered in the remains of gallons upon gallons of dried blood. It all kind of pours from the central chamber outwards and then kind of goes up the walls, and the walls are a scrawl of slashed, horrific looking sigils in a language that I don't think any of you speak. But Kieran might recognize. So Kieran, make a history check for me, unless you do happen to have access to deep speech.
That is one of my languages.
Okay.
Redalkin, Elvish, and Deep Speech.
So Kieran, as the only person who's not from Illyria, speaking the only language that doesn't have its origins in Illyria, makes complete sense. As you look across the wall and you see these profane writings that seem to be prayers written in blood to entities that you are very aware of, because they are entities that are often spoken of to children who misbehave in Eviosia, of these ones that are dark and out in the shadows that are always watching, and that they will come and get bad children at night if they do not behave and eat their vegetables. These are prayers to the elder gods that the Eviosians always were taught never to pray to, because you never wanted their attention turned to you.
This is bad. This is not good. We need to stop whatever it is, because it's trying to draw the attention to something that we don't want finding this world. Not just us, this world.
At the back of the chamber at the desk, you see the slumped over skeletal remains of the high priest, and his hand kind of resting on the table, his head drooped down, just a skull. There's no obvious damage to the body. He probably died of starvation, just like all of the other people in this temple. And there's a ragged journal that his head is resting against on the table. If anybody else wants to investigate anything else in the chamber, you can.
I will. Bonnie will put on her detective hat.
Yeah, Ravik, you just feel Endulcet's little hand like around your arm. Like, even with the fire, I'm having trouble seeing, so I'm just gonna no
You just
reason.
sit close and do the side out.
I'm gonna check out the thing behind the desk, because if there's a passageway down, it's either behind the bookcases or this thing.
Okay. So you're going to go look at the carving behind the bookshelf. Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check on the carving. Bonnie, anything particular in the room you want to investigate?
Just in general, I got a 17.
Then that is a perception check. So 17 on perception. Anybody investigating anything particular? The only thing that draws your attention is the kind of the blood smattered runes on the wall and the journal on the desk, which also looks like it is reddish in color, but it was probably once just brown leather, and a journal that has kind of carvings on the front of it. Those are your those are your options without Bonnie's perception check. Bonnie, there are objects in several glass cases around the chamber. You see there's a twig in one glass case that's kind of resting up on a stand. It looks like a branched twig with like two offshoots with one single leaf on it that is not dead. It is a perfectly formed leaf on this twig. You see a vase that has several faces on it. In another one, there is a random like wand in a third one, and a fourth one has a dagger. All the other cases are smashed and broken, but those 4 objects are in 4 of the cases here. That's just with a cursory glance of the chamber and the rooms.
The bag is coming out.
Okay, so you're taking all 4 of the objects?
I'm gonna put them in the bag.
Okay, so you have a twig, a wand, a vase, and a dagger. Okay, and
17.
17 for the thing. So Kieran, you go back to look at the carving on the back wall, and you've been in Illyria for 2 years, which is enough time for you to get a basic grasp of the religious culture of Illyria. This is a carving of the 9 gods, or kind of representations of the 9 gods. You've got like your wave and your wind and your fire and your trees and all the things that represent those 9, which is very strange because you've only ever seen 8 in any modern temples, because the 9th god was shunned in Illyrian temples. But you do see the reference to like the shadowy veil or the peaceful zone of the dead referenced in 1. However, every single one of those runes has been corrupted by a set of 9 runes. And looking closely at it with a 17, you can tell that the blood isn't like fresh. It's not fresh. This isn't something that whoever's within the temple did. Turning back around and looking at how blood-soaked everything in this chamber is, and seeing the priest interestingly unsoaked in blood, you know that it's him. He did this to this chamber, and it wasn't his blood that did it.
All the dead of the rest of them.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah. So you got the 4 objects. The runes. I don't know, Kieran, if you're Arcana, because you're not proficient in Arcana, are you? Mm-mm. Yeah, so you can't read the runes or what they're saying, but you can read the prayers.
Yeah, I'm proficient in Arcana if you want me to come take a look at him.
The problem is you can't read the language.
Oh, that's right. Lucky speaks deep speech too.
Yeah, Lucky has deep speech as well?
Yeah. But Lucky's not proficient in Arcana either.
Not proficient in Arcana, okay. So with disadvantage, Arcana can an Arcana check from Lucky.
Yeah. Do you want to roll it, Ronnie? Or you want me to roll it?
If 2 people with disadvantage on Arcana,
no, it's just Arcana. Lucky has proficiency in Arcana, and so can do that.
Ooh, I rolled a nat 20 for lucky, actually.
Let's
With
go.
disadvantage?
Yeah, 2 20s.
Wow.
Holy
That's
shit.
a 1 in 400 chance.
It's about time, right?
Yeah, so Lucky,
That's a Jace roll. If
That's a Jace roll, yeah.
Oh, that's true. It's about time the dice.
Now-
They were like, "Oh, you're rolling for lucky."
Ace will roll terribly the rest of the time. But Jace rolls wonderful. All right, so as Lucky kind of steps forward, you see he's kind of glancing around the chamber, and finally he like walks up and smacks the priests to the side, and his skeleton kind of falls off the chamber and clatters onto the ground. And he picks up the book and tosses it to Kieran, and just says, "He was copying something. He didn't finish. The spell is
Thank
incomplete,
goodness.
but he was copying from somewhere. I think it's there, and I don't want to read any more of it." But Kieran can read it, so throws the book to you, Kieran.
Cool. And since Kieran has no arcane ability whatsoever, he's not going to trigger it.
With Lucky's Arcana check was high enough to know that the book isn't trapped or cursed in any kind of way. It's just
No, that's what
internal.
I'm saying is, reading this.
Oh, right, yeah.
if
You
this
won't
is
trigger
skill,
anything.
It's like he has nothing for it to go. Oh, I'm going to, because this is Elder Gods. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
Kieran, but you knowing like what this man was trying to accomplish, the fact that he died before he was able to finish his prayer lets you maybe breathe a sigh of relief. Like he didn't make a connection that would have been disastrous for this world. But you open it and you're looking at the book, and it's just a normal journal at first. It talks about the normal comings and goings of this temple 200 years ago. This high priest who felt slighted being put in some out of the way temple in nowhere, who thought that he belonged somewhere else. The smattering of priests who came to him, who were all backwoods hokels, who dealt with leonin and centaurs and the random dwarves and things, and felt like this was far beneath his station. And then something terrible happens. 200 years ago, there is reports of something spreading from the continent that is now known as Maladin. And it's spreading across the world, and things are going dark. They're losing contact with temples. No one knows what it is. And then finally, there's reports from the edges of Highwall that there's a massive mile-high cloud that's spreading across the continent, and before it is an army of beasts, demons, devils, shadowy creatures that are feasting and killing. And so he sends out a call to the local countryside that they will be safe within the temple grounds. And so a group of armed individuals kind of gather and try to protect fleeing people to this space. He hears word that many are also going to a witch and a wizard, and he kind of curses at them for putting their faith in worldly powers instead of the powers of the divine. And then he talks about the collapse and the fall of the lines as the veil approaches, how they had to seal the doors to any kind of magical tinkering, and knowing that there was only probably 2 or 3 months worth of food for the number of people who'd found themselves trapped within the temple grounds with no escape. But then you start getting into the places where his mentality seems to be shifting and changing, and whether it's just weeks and weeks and weeks of being trapped in a space without any escape, knowing that death awaits you outside and a slower death awaits you within. But he begins to curse the very gods that he'd been praying to all this time. And in that cursing, he begins to hear a whispering. And he's not sure where that whispering is coming from, whether it's coming from deep within the grounds of the temple itself or from someplace else. And he begins to wake up in the middle of the night having written things in his journal that he doesn't remember. And you see that there are pages in his writing talking about his day, and the very next page written in like like he clearly slashed his hand and scrawled in blood in his sleep in deep speech the prayers that he would eventually end up putting onto the walls. And he then talks about the fact that in his dreams he started to see individuals. He saw a force that he didn't understand, a large central hole surrounded by an impossibly bright light. But then the more he looked at it, he realized that that hole was somebody's mouth, and that all of the dust and detritus of the stars were being absorbed into it. He saw a vast and endless darkness that would explode into light as stars were born out of it. He would see a weeping woman, but he realized that she was larger than the stars itself, and from her were birthed endless planets and other stars. And then a vast and massive creature sailing through an endless sea of stars and nebula, and leaving a collapsed wake in the dust behind it of the things that it had eaten and left behind.
So we're clocking these as those pictures we saw too.
Kieran, if Kieran's reporting these are the ones that these are the pictures that you saw.
We saw depictions of all of these.
So we're gonna burn that book, right? Right, everybody. Yeah. We're just gonna get rid of that, right?
It doesn't matter.
Get rid of that.
Interestingly, Kieran, there's only 4 gods that he mentions. He never mentions the 5th god, which is also one that Kieran is aware of, but is not one that is spoken of as a source of terror. The darkness between the stars is not a scary god in the way that the other 4 are.
Yeah, that's my bestie. We don't know that yet, but that is my bestie.
But
that's antimatter.
Yeah, antimatter. As you're flipping through, Kieran, you finally get to one where he says that these entities that had been sending him these visions finally showed him a way out. They showed him that deep within the temple grounds there was a way gate, and he draws a picture of this object that he had never seen at that point, and you recognize clearly this circular pool surrounded by a ring of 9 columns, and that this way gate would allow them escape from this place, and that it showed a vision of him walking through the way gate and coming out into this jungly space that you can tell that he's traveled the world enough that he knows that that's the jungles of Oruro and Asale, or coming out of the way gate and stepping into the snowy expanses of the continent of Glacia, or the coastal swamps of Suvenarion, or the blasted wastes of Maladin, and that this way gate is a way for them to escape from Highwall and get to a place of safety. But then he writes that he never sees the gates go to Illyria, that they never go to the main continent. And he begins to ask why. Why are these gates only connecting the outer continents, not the inner continents? And the last vision that he sees before he's finally given the key to unlock the gate is he sees a vision of a falling star, a herald from the gods crashing into the continent of Illyria. And there's this explosion of energy washes up from that falling star, and the detritus of the collapse get hung up in space and just slowly revolve there and never fall. And they say, we need a gate here. You must go there and build us a gate. They don't have the power to do it alone. You must do it. And it keeps writing that over and over again. You must do it. You must do it. In order to get to the way of the gate, you must sacrifice a piece of yourself to us.
Nope.
And then he writes, the entrance is below the seat of Bellinor.
Oh fuck no! Oh fuck no, Josh!
Wait.
I relay this. Sounds like that's where the secret door is.
Oh, Ace knows what this means, but Andulusite does not. Fuck me.
No. Below the seat of Bellinor.
I'll be honest with you, Kieran. That was one of the creepiest things I've ever heard.
That's awful. And my mentor tells a lot of fucked up stories, but that is next level.
Bonnie, the description of areas, the exploded space where things are floating in the air and stay there, it reminds you a lot of Skyfall, which is right outside the Veltland. There was once a meteor that hit there, and the magical blast of the meteor sent the rocks up into the air, but they got stuck there. And there's a whole community that's like built itself in the floating remains of that meteor. They're known as there's an interesting like circus that travels from Skyfall.
These bastards.
There are priests that kind of go around talking about trying to getting people to come to Skyfall to like join their utopian community.
You need to go to Skyfall and what's behind.
Yeah. But that description sounds a lot like Skyfall.
I heard about these weirdos who burned that circus down at one point.
Bolton says, the seat of Bellinor, that would be down at the head of the temple.
Well, I think we better get moving.
I think we should go far away and not return. And I
think we need to stop whatever's happening in the basement. Then we go far away and never return.
That sounds good. Let's do that, Kieran.
Okay. So you guys,
I pick up Dot and I'm just gonna hold her as we go.
You pick up Dot and Dot says, "What does it mean, a sacrifice of life?"
I don't want to know, but I think we're gonna find out.
Okay. And Enigma kind of scratches you on the back, Ravik, and says, "You're not sacrificing me." Ravik.
Oh, sorry. I'm reading.
That's canon. Just ignoring him.
Ravik's like, it's only a sacrifice if you'll be missed.
I'm literally reading back through my notes.
That reaction is now canon,
Ravik,
by the way.
You take 2 points of slashing damage as Enigma scratches the back of your neck. Let them have your blood.
I was in deep thought.
All right, so you make your way downstairs. You can see now, like as you're passing those areas, Kieran, knowing what to look for, every single one of the runes that activated the blessings of the gods in this space has been coated with that dried blood runic cursing from the priest. So he's desecrated this temple grounds, but you can tell that like this temple was magically protected. There's a reason why those elementals are trapped outside, and he wasn't able to break that protection, thankfully for you all. But he's desecrated all of the praise to the gods here. But you make your way to the Bellinor, which at one point in time would have had a beautiful, like a captured sun basically spinning in space here, releasing a warm, gentle light in this chamber, but it just now lies dead and abandoned. And you get to a place where you can see, make a perception check, Kieran, or an investigation check.
Perception, that's +8, so we're going to go with that. And that's a natural 17 on the dice for 25.
25. You see at the back of the altar a single like remains of like a bloody handprint, or where like a bloody hand kind of slid across the altar, like at the back corner.
I go feeling for a button back there.
You do not find a button, but as you're feeling for it, you realize that like the temple, this altar space was built on some kind of weird fulcrum. That like if you were to push it at any other point in the altar, it would feel like it was built into the base. But here it like rocks a little bit, and when you put just a little bit of energy on it, it slides to the left. And below you see that he has carved, or somebody has carved, 4 sigils in the ground here. And you recognize the 4 sigils as somebody from Eviosea. The first is to primogenial chaos. The second is to silence. The third is to inevitable end. The fourth is to prime. There is no 5th sigil for the darkness between the stars. And you can see that there is, these sigils were carved out in the ground. They're deeply carved with some kind of carefully picked dagger or design of some kind, but they are empty. But those sigils were there. Like every other sigil, magical sigils are usually filled with quicksilver or something.
Yeah. I'm going to pull out one of my vial of ether dust and dump that into the...
Stop, I'm begging you.
So
I'm begging you, why?
You dump the vial of ether dust into it.
Very little bit,
No!
as minimal dust
As
as I can to trace
Yeah.
over the sigils to
and
activate.
you can see that, like,
A Baptist church worth of seasoning.
Yeah.
In the,
No.
I was just like- so like a pepper flake of dust falls out. So you pour out the dust, and you've seen this work with other magical entities where like the ether dust kind of like fills in the space where quicksilver or whatever powdered zephyrsite or whatever would take. This just kind of pours out into the sigil and nothing happens. You can scoop it back up. It's not lost to you.
Okay,
Or you
put
can
it
scoop up
back,
most
put
of
it back, put it back. Put that thing back
Put it
where it
back.
came from, so help me.
I just blow it out.
Yeah.
Don't get that
Everywhere.
in the air. It's bad for our lungs. Or maybe
Yeah.
really good. I don't know.
Don't inhale. the
Don't
ether
inhale.
dust.
I'm not inhaling that. I like pull the mask up.
I did not
Uh,
inhale.
no, the
Kieran,
ether
as
dust.
you're pouring it out, the language from the journal kind of rings in your ears that they require
Sacrifice.
like a sacrifice of lifeblood.
Sacrifice.
Anybody
Bonnie,
got a
hold-
knife?
Bonnie holds her paw out. Bonnie does not carry edged weapons.
Mine are made out of wood.
I can make one out of my
I got
sea glass
here.
hilts.
I have it. I like
I
have
do
he
a
has his
sac. No,
little-
you don't need to
He
make
has
this
his little
sacrifice.
he has a little sickle. I'm not doing it. Bonnie's doing it. Here you go.
No.
Here you go, Bonnie. I'll make sure it doesn't hurt, okay? Or it hurts as
Bonnie's
little
like
as
somebody.
possible.
Bonnie will not touch an edged weapon. She's just. But
No,
she's
I know.
holding
I know
her-
you won't touch it. Like I've figured that out about you. So I'm like holding it, and Josh,
Oh,
I just
okay.
want
Then,
to.
yeah. She'll
Yeah.
move her hand over the blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
I'll,
are-
I'll do it. I'll do it in a way that tries to like minimize any damage to her. I don't want it to
Okay,
be.
so you nick Bonnie's hand. The moment, Bonnie, that the blood begins to drift from your hands, you all watch as like a single drop of blood comes from the cut and it hits the ground, and then immediately all four of those sigils kind of light a little bit, and you see suddenly not drops of blood, but 4 streams of blood begin to pour out of Bonnie into the sigils. Bonnie, in the first second of this, you take 12 points of damage.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it.
4 streams of blood leaving Bonnie.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it.
In the next
Lucky, heal Bonnie, please.
in the next second of this, Bonnie, you take 14 points of damage.
Oh God!
Lucky, heal Bonnie.
I activate my
Bonnie,
token
you
from
alright?
Adela site that's cure wounds on Bonnie.
Okay, the moment you do that, the blood rushes back into Bonnie. How much, Bonnie, do you heal? Just a roll. I think it's 2d or 1d8 plus. What is it, Andalus?
For what is it?
The cure
Cure
wounds.
light
For my
wounds.
potion?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the
yeah.
potion.
It's an
The,
AD reference.
what are they?
The token.
what's your cure wounds?
Oh, you
Andalus?
can only use the. Oh, wait, yeah, you can use it on someone else. It's a level 1.
So it's. Go ahead and roll the healing for Bonnie.
Sorry, I don't have it pulled up because it's on someone else, and they changed the rules, and I don't have this, and I don't have a thing. It's probably on Lucky's sheet. Yes, it's. I think it's 2d8, or it's probably 1d8 because I'm not a cleric. 1d8 plus 8. Does that sound right?
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Sure.
Yeah. Roll it. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't have any of my stuff for this. 4 plus 8.
12. Okay, so the healing hits, and you see that like some of the blood in all 4 sigils like retracts back into Bonnie, but it pulls it out of the sigils.
Cut my hand.
Okay. The moment the cut happens, Kieran, one of the streams that was pulling out of Bonnie begins to pull out of you. So, Kieran, you take 4 points of damage. Bonnie, in the next second, you take 9 points of damage.
And Atwood, you actually do get 2d8, so you get to heal another 6.
I was gonna roll 2d8. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're like, just based on how long it's taking for it to fill up, I'm letting you know that like you lost a second by healing. So that was still 1 second. Now that's the second. You've got 6 more seconds to go before they're filled. So
everybody pony up a hand.
Yeah,
Robbie,
I'll just
put your hand in here.
Okay.
Ravik will hold his hand out.
Okay. Look, Angelus doesn't have blood, so
I don't like. Do I not? I don't have blood,
too busy
right?
doing the cutting to donate their own blood.
Yeah.
So
I will give you 1 NPC, so you can choose Bolton, Sage, or Enzel.
I'll ask Sage, are you willing to pony up here, buddy?
I think I've given enough blood in the last day, sure. And you cut.
You want me to cut you, Sage? Does he want me to cut him?
Right.
Oh,
So,
okay. I don't know you that well, but okay.
So the streams of blood kind of pull out of Bonnie, and there's now 4 separate streams of blood coming from Kieran, Ravik, Angelus, and not Angelus, Kieran, Ravik, Bonnie, and Sage. So over the course of the next 6 seconds, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's so
5.
correct that Lucky would not do this, Josh. And
but if there's 4 of us, that 6 seconds should go down to.
Well, it still
less
takes
than 6 seconds.
it still takes a full 6 seconds for all 4 to fill. But instead of one person taking 36 d6 of damage, each of you is only going to take 1 d6 of damage. Or sorry, 66 of damage. Okay. So those who are donating blood.
Wow, could never be me. Literally.
Those donating blood take 22 points of damage.
Yikes.
22.
That was a high roll.
My besties.
Oh my land.
Let me mark off on Sage.
And Duel's sitting there with a sickle just like covered with his friend's blood, and he's like, I hate this place. I don't think I like. Is this what all this religion is like?
I'm gonna second wind.
Okay.
Because this is not very pleasant at all.
7 plus 6 is 13.
But the moment you feel like yourself weakening from the blood kind of pulling out of you, you see that each of the sigils fills, and it's that thing where the blood is slowly tracing out the lines of the sigils on each one, and you see that they're like, each of you get flashes of those ancient like cave paintings that you saw in the Waygate beneath Mount Makda. And these are the upgraded, like, modern magical interpretation of those ancient symbols of those even more ancient gods. And as they fill with your blood, the final kind of drip, and then the stream ends from you, and you hear as that kind of space where those 4 sigils are sinks into the stone and then slides to the side, and you see a spiral staircase descending down deeper into the temple.
Hopefully whoever's ahead of us gave up some of their own blood for this.
Josh, do I think if I did lay on hands or took a healing potion now that it would close the gate?
You get the sense probably you'd want to wait until you're beyond the gate.
A little further
Okay.
in, yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's get out of this spot.
Let's go down.
So you all dive deeper in. Let me pull this up here. All right. So this staircase looks like it's probably the same age as the temple, maybe a little older, but then the moment you get down, it just becomes carved rock structure. Like whoever the ancient people were who had a temple here, that then this new religion came and built their temple on top of it. They just carved their pathways into the rocks itself. And so you can tell that these caverns are not naturally occurring, they were carved. But you've got a couple little offshoots here. Who'd like to make the perception check to decide which direction makes the most sense to travel?
I have +8 if somebody wants to assist me.
I'll assist.
Or Bolton can.
Let's roll you. Natural 15 +8, so 23.
23? Okay, yeah. Good. So, based on the reverberations, and you guys all succeeded on the last earthquake check, so that's why you haven't had to make one since, but you have been feeling like those earthquakes coming through on a much more faster pace. And kind of where the reverberations seem to be coming from, Kieran, you get the sense that of the 4 pathways that you could go here, it makes the most sense to go onto the pathway into like the middle right, so not the far right, but the middle right. And so you leading the path, being very confident in that decision, tear off down that way. Now, I will ask, do you go stealthily, or are you all fully charging?
I think we need speed at this point. If
Okay.
things are speeding up.
Yeah.
More important.
We might surprise whoever's there. We won't startle them,
Yeah.
but we might surprise them.
Okay, that is... Okay, so I need a luck check. You can either all do it, and I'll take the average, or you can entrust one person to do the luck check.
I mean, if we were going to trust one person.
Who?
It's in
Lucky.
the name.
But Lucky's not here. There's not a
Let's
literal
average.
Jace. Yeah, we need to average, I think.
Either that or just text Jason and have them roll for us.
Jace
Jason's
is
probably asleep.
fully horizontal, I could tell you with confidence. I've left a
No.
K-pop meme for them and they haven't responded, which means they're dead.
Yep.
Okay, let's take average, guys.
Okay.
We don't have Jace.
So everybody roll a
Just-
d20.
Just a D20.
11.
11.
No!
Don't. Ooh.
17.
Okay, 17 and 11 averages out to, what, 15?
I heard a
14?
no.
10.
14. Now we're at an average of like 13. A
one.
1.
And roll for Lucky, Josh.
I knew
Oh,
that
for
nat
lucky.
20 would fuck me. I knew the
Okay.
double nat 20s would fuck
So
me.
18 for lucky.
Oh, of course.
Nice.
Ravik, what
so
was yours?
that's
17.
17.
so 7 and 8 and 1 is 16 divided by 5 is 13 point something.
13 point something. So I did the...
So round up to 14.
yeah, I did the...
Round it up to a 19.
Um,
Yeah.
I did the difficulty check, and the difficulty check was a 13. So for the
Ooh.
first check, you all succeeded as a group. As you're going, what that means, Kieran, is that as you're leading the group through, you are able to stop.
I realize I did that math wrong, Josh.
Oh, what is it?
We're below a 13 because I didn't subtract out from the 1.
No,
okay.
the one fuck.
So
So that would have
Wait.
left us.
Can I use my stopwatch to give myself a 10 luck check instead?
that'll fix it. Yeah.
Yay, my
That
stopwatch!
gets us-
Wait,
and that gets us to the
That gets you
13 point.
13.
magic item,
Good.
let's fucking go! I
So,
remembered I have it, y'all.
Andalis, what I want to describe then is what would have happened.
Yes.
I'm going to let you guys know that you have to make 2 of these checks before you get to the chamber.
Okay.
This is what would have happened, and then I want you to describe how this stopwatch fixes this. Okay. What would have happened is that Kieran, leading you all through, like carefully, keeping an eye out, but leading you through at a pace because you know that you have to get to wherever this ritual is taking place, passes by a chamber, and he looks to the left and doesn't realize that the chamber continues to the right. And as he turns to look back, you all see this massive fist fly out of the right chamber and connect with the side of Kieran and send him careening off a rock wall as this giant earth elemental steps into the chamber hold because it heard you coming and caught you. They move slow, and so how's the stopwatch undo this moment?
So I feel like it's almost like the second Kieran gets hit and Dualisite like touches his finger to the minute hand, and then he like slowly winds the minute hand back.
Okay.
And it sets us to when you're right about to get up to it, and I grab you by the sleeve and I'm like, Mr. Rifton, on your
Well, and
Yep.
you pull everybody
Yep.
to the side. And
yes.
this lumbering giant earth elemental lumbers through the chamber and then just goes through to the left-hand side and keeps going. Because the only reason it caught you with its perception was because he was in front of the chamber, but because you stopped him, that didn't happen. Good.
Yay!
All right.
All done.
Second luck check.
Okay.
Another luck check?
Yep. You had two.
That's the only one I have for
before
today.
you get to the chamber. This is the
That's
second
all I got
one.
for Clockwork Amulet, so
That's another 11.
11.
I'm so scared, y'all. I'm scared of these fucking dice, dude.
Damn.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yep. That's
What's
my
the number?
Was that a
No!
A
Fuck my
one?
life.
Okay, a 1 and 11. That's a 6.
A 7.
Okay, that's a
Wait,
6.5.
I have a luck point.
A 7.
7.
What did Lucky roll?
Lucky rolled a 14.
These fucking dice. Please.
Can I use my lucky feat to re-roll?
A luck check, sure. It's a D20 check. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wait, you don't get the lucky feat yet, do you? Or did you pick that at 7th level?
Yeah, I got it from. Yeah, I got it previously.
Oh, okay.
I just never used it. Okay. Because that's gonna hurt. God damn.
Jeez,
Just-
Robbie.
It's a 3.
Not like I've been doing much better.
All right.
Jesus.
Kieran, as you're...
That's a 7.2.
7.2. As you're racing through the chamber,
Ugh.
Kieran, you this chamber kind of spirals down, and it gets to a point where it kind of opens up into a slightly larger space before diving into another chamber, and you can see beyond that, like, it opens into a massive space, and you can hear voices coming from that massive space. But you get the sense that, like, there couldn't have just been one rock elemental guarding these passageways. And if I were going to put a guard anywhere, it would be here before the other one. Do you stop at the end of this chamber, or do you charge through?
I will yell, keep going, and I will charge in to engage with whatever's there.
Okay. Roll initiative for me, please.
+18 +7, 25.
Now, all of you understand that what Kieran is doing is charging into single combat. All of you also understand that you know what he would want you to do in this moment. That doesn't mean you have to do it, but you know what he would want you to do in this moment. If you choose, you may roll initiative.
Mr. Riften, I would follow you into the gates of hell, and I
Not
would
the
try.
big thing, I'll deal with this.
Mr. Riften, I
I
will.
challenge you to single combat!
Yeah, let's go!
No.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yes, Mr.
die here, but
Riften.
it will be a glorious death.
Bolton and Enzel just kind of look at all of you and go,
Mr. Riften, you're explicitly
go,
not allowed
go,
to die.
go.
bigger fish to fry, and they charge through as well. Okay. So the 8 of you, I guess it is, let me see, 3, the 7 of you, charge through the chamber as Kieran kind of races in. And Kieran, what happens is, because you beat it on initiative, not the massive, bulky earth elemental that was before, you see just kind of like materializing out of the wall, stepping out, and then suddenly like metal ore pulling out of the wall and going molten and then wrapping around its chest and its head. This earth elemental Myrmidon materializes out of the space and goes to swing at one of your friends, and your challenge of single combat of putting your sword up into it blocks the attack aside, giving all of the 7 of them enough space to run through the chamber, and you get first attack on this earth elemental.
Let's
I
go,
will
Mr. Riften.
attack it with the Throngler with a mighty slash. And that's going to miss. Well, does a 14 hit?
His armor wasn't fully formed because you got an initiative, so yes, it hit on this round because his armor still isn't fully formed.
Okay, so that's 1 on the D4, so that's 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Unless he's a spellcaster.
He's unfortunately not. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Second attack with the Throngler, that is going to be 23.
That hits.
That'll be another 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I will do bonus attack with Steve. Nat 20.
That hits.
So I roll 2d4 plus 2 for this. Actually, it's a maximum, so it's 4.
You get 4 plus a d4.
Plus 3, so that's 7 plus 2. So a third 9.
9, nice.
So I've done 27 damage.
27 points of damage in the first round. A blue man with a wooden sword against a Earth Elemental Myrmidon is like not a general, but like a high-ranking soldier in the armies of the Earth Kingdom. And you just see like shards of his body chipping away as you do that. And then finally, the last molten metal kind of forms in his hand as this flail falls out on a chain, and it is going to make 2 attacks against you. 18 plus, I know that'll hit. The second one will not. That's only a 13.
Nope, does not do it.
That is 8 points of force damage to you from... he goes to swing, and you kind of dodge out of the first one, and then he twirls the Morning Star around, and it flails back down, or the flail, and it flails back against your chest, kind of knocking you to the side as you come back with your next 3 attacks.
Okay. And if you want to split the party and have them charged interspaced with the combat.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your 3 attacks. I'll let you know that now his armor is fully formed. His armor class is 16. So any attacks above that. The other 7 of you charge through. You're hearing the ringing of wooden sword against stone, of this flail slamming into the ground, and then the kind of the grunts and attacks of Kieran as that descends behind you as you charge deeper into the chamber, and you come around outside
Josh, can I lag? There's no world in which I want Mr. Rifton to die.
Yeah, sure.
I'm his ward. Can I just at the where I can still see him?
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys can space it out as much as you want. Bolton and Zell are running ahead. Sage sticks it wherever Lucky is. But all of you get to the point where you get to a space where Bolton and Zell are leaned down behind a rock, like looking between it. There's a kind of a crack in the rock as it opens up down into this chamber, and you are sitting above a massive chamber. So you guys have seen 2 way gates now. You've seen the one underneath the school, the University of Indira the Opal. You've seen one within the mountain of the Leonin. This one looks like versus a random like Forsyth Arena subway station in Washington DC. This is like Grand Central Station, right? Like you can tell it functions in the same way, but it's much more ornately designed. It's larger. The pool of water is bigger. This isn't just a way gate to other gates within Highwall. Based on the visions that the priest saw, this is a way gate to other way gates on other continents. This is a central way gate for the continent of Highwall. And you see, and Bolton and Enzel, like if you try to charge past them, they kind of grab you and pull you down and tell you to shush. Because looking down through, you see 3 women. One is a dwarven woman, and she is working some kind of magic over a sigil. You see another woman kind of walking back and forth. She is dark-skinned, has like micro braids, like pulled back in a loose ponytail. She's wearing traveling wizard's robes, and she's just kind of observing the pattern. And the third woman is another dwarven woman, and she is at the center of the pool, floating like 6 feet in the air. And all of the sigils that are active around the chamber are gushing magic in her direction. And you hear voices. Let me see. Where is Lord? Where did I put that?
Is one of these Terra Demala, Josh?
Andalus doesn't know who Terra
I
Demala
would not
is.
know that, obviously. I'm just as Ace asking.
So the first woman, the one with the micro braids, says, "Can she hear what we're saying?" And the second woman, this is the dwarf is floating in the middle. The other one is not a dwarf. She is kind of wearing a cloak. You can't really see her face. She says, "At this point, there is no her anymore. The call has been answered. The first sigil is drawn." And then the black woman again says, "When will it be my time? You keep promising." And then the other woman again says, "Patience, Terrell. You know the order is of grave importance. We must weaken the bounds in the outer continents to open the way to what lies beneath the plateau. Earth, fire, water, miasma, and then finally air. If the temple were more easily accessible, I'd be happy to see you transcend, but your gifts will come, fray not." And then the black woman again says, "We do not live as long as some. You do not understand the pain of watching elves bide their time, learning magic and gaining power at their structured pace, while you rush ravenously in your short allotted time to gain all that you can, trusting in the wrong stewards to guide you on a path, only to be brought low at each turn." And then the cloaked woman says, "If there's anything I understand, Terrell, it's that we are all cursed by our fathers with a limited time. Perhaps with new fathers, we can fix all that." And then you see she was casting throughout that whole thing. She puts her palm into this sigil. And like you can tell that Bolton is counting. There are 9 pillars in this chamber. There are 9 sigils. She puts her hand on the last one. What do you all do?
Josh, can I say that I have, during this run-up, been casting Lay on Hands on myself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, so Bonnie is going to put one hand under her breastplate, touch something under there, and summon a demonic-looking horse.
What does it describe what it looks like? I don't have a mini for your horse.
If you've heard the song "Ghost Riders in the Sky" by Johnny Cash, like imagine the horse. This is like, it's clearly just like a horse, but it's got like hellfire eyes and like a fiery mane, and every time its foot strikes the ground, there's like soot and brimstone that comes up from it, and she's gonna say to the rest of you, "You really don't want to touch my horse." And then she's gonna climb on it and charge towards the witches.
And as you do that, Bolton says, "Enzel, take the shot. It's her." And you see Enzel reaches down, pulls out this massive longbow, stands up, and fires down. You can tell she's not aiming at the cloaked woman. She's not aiming at the dwarf suspended in the air. She's aiming at who they call out as Terrell Dimwalla.
You knew it was Terrell Dimwalla.
Dimwalla.
I knew. Jace would have been so proud of me.
A natural 20 from Enzel.
Let's go, lesbians.
Whoa, the boy.
Oh god!
Enzel has been waiting for that shot.
Oh, for 10 years. That's a ridiculous roll. That was 3
Let's
sixes
go,
on
lesbians.
3d6.
Oh my god.
With a natural 20, that's
Those would have been
a 36 points of damage plus 6. Anzel takes Terrell Dimwalla from hell and hardy to almost bloodied in one massive. You can see like this was a massive great bow. She planted it into the ground. She pulled back and fired. It's basically like a ballista shot that slams into Terrell. You see her like lift it off the ground. She flies back and hits one of the pillars. One of the pillars falls over, and she goes, "Oh, fuck it, we don't have time. Finish the spell." And then she lifts a hand, and you see she's casting, and suddenly she vanishes from this space as she teleports away. As the sigil kind of drops, and then the face in the cloak kind of looks up in your direction and says, "Always have to be someone to bleed to let the curse go." And then the cloaked figure vanishes as well, and all as you see is the dwarf with now the 9 sigils feeding her, suspended in the air. Bonnie's charging in. Anzel started the battle. Andalus, Ravik, Lucky, roll initiative, and we'll go to Kieran. Kieran, what were your 3 attacks?
What was the AC of the
16
thing?
16.
Okay. I attacked and I action surged
Perfect. Yeah.
and hit all 4 shots for a total of 40 damage.
I think you get. You don't get the no, because it's not a Nick property. You don't get the offhand attack automatically with the attack.
I get bonus action is that, so I get 2 attacks plus 2 attacks plus 1 attack. I have not rolled the 5th attack yet.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Absolutely. You took in 2 rounds. You took this Myrmidon to bloodied status, fairly quickly.
And so final bonus attack with Steve is a 14.
That misses.
So I do not hit.
Okay. And don't forget your limit break activates whenever you get below 50% whenever you want to.
I am aware of that.
One of these will hit. This Myrmidon hits hard, but I'm not rolling well for him.
That's fine. Neither are we.
Hey, Robert, he's hitting great.
He's going to use his Thunderous Strike on this. Okay. 8. So from the initial attack, Kieran, that's 8 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That is a 19.
Okay. You succeed. You are not knocked prone, but you do take an additional 14 points of thunder damage as you see he slams into you, and then it hits the ground, and the ground splinters up, and it's trying to throw you to the side, but you stand your ground, and you just take kind of the punching damage from the ground, but you can then make your attacks.
Okay.
That
Sorry, looking something up.
ability only recharges on a 6, and that was a 1, so we will not have that next turn. While you're rolling your attacks, initiatives. Andalus, go ahead and roll even though you're not in their room.
Can I retcon one thing that I think makes more sense?
Yeah.
Is I told Dot to watch Mr. Rifton, and I went ahead.
Sure.
I actually think that makes more sense.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So I'll be in the room.
Don't forget to roll for Lucky as well.
Yeah, and I can lag a little.
Sure.
If you want me to, whatever. But I want
25 to 20.
20.
20. Okay.
Ronnie, did you roll for Lucky? Do you want me to roll?
I didn't.
I'll roll. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone 19 to 15? Oh god, Sage is in there.
I don't want to go first.
Anyone 14 to 10?
Lucky got a 10.
So Lucky.
I'm using the low roll here to say that this was Bonnie mounting the horse took so long.
Yeah, that's totally fine. What's this bitch's name? Okay. I was like,
me all the time.
Okay.
And Kieran will have messaged each of you individually as y'all are running past. Don't forget to use the ether dust.
Okay. Ravik, what was
For
your
the
initiative?
spellcasters.
Ravik, what was your initiative? Oh, you already got yours.
One.
Sorry, Andalus, what was your initiative?
I got a 4.
4, and Bonnie?
In case you're curious.
3.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's my? I know I have some ether dust. I'm just trying to find it in my inventory.
I don't think I put it in your inventory.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we all got a certain amount of it. So
We all had 5 vials of ether dust.
You had 5. We'll say because
Everything-
it has like the half life is wherever you have the equivalent of 2.5 usable vials now because of the way the half life works on it.
Okay. In that case, Josh, I would like to have used it when I did Find Steed.
Okay.
Because if the Steed stats change per spell level.
Okay, yeah, so you could use... I mean, you can take that up to, I think max for Paladins at 5th level.
Yeah.
You can take it up to 5th level. And
Okay.
That's one of your vials.
That's one vial I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Kieran, what was your attack rolls?
I was going to take a potion of greater healing because I was down to 11 hit points.
Okay. And then...
And
go ahead.
I healed for 15.
Perfect. You want it through your bonus action?
Can I take a offhand attack if I didn't take the attack action?
I don't think so. I believe. I mean, this if you want to use your limit break at this point, that is a bonus action activation.
Yeah, I will need to do that. And even with the additional hit points, I'm still less than half. So strike automatically hit, and the weapon does 3d6 extra damage to the d4. Wooden weapon, man.
Against
I
a
hit a
rock
lot
creature.
for very.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a good roll. That's 26 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that get it to below 20 hit points?
With 45 hit points left, yes, it does.
If the creature is below 20 hit points, it goes unconscious.
Way to
So,
go.
Describe, Kieran, how
Nice.
I mean, because I think this creature had 120 hit points. and
Yeah,
you
more.
had it at
Yeah.
You had it at 67.
I was
and plus
scared.
26. Yeah. So with that in mind, Kieran, describe how like bloodied, bruised, broken, you take down this Earth Elemental Myrmidon and regain 1 level of your honor
Honor.
that you'd lost earlier.
Yay! Let's freaking go.
It's with one hand chugging the potion, drops the bottle, grabs the blade with both hands. Or actually, no, we'll grab, and so basically he'll two-hand it, and so it's the Throngler and Steve combined into a massive overhand attack to the head of this creature and splits it.
It cracks in the middle and tumbles into dust and decay. Its core, like a geode, smashes, and you just see like diamonds tinkling onto the ground as it crumbles into bits. Kieran, there's at least 5 or 6 good-sized diamonds that it leaves behind in its space that you might want to come grab if you all survive.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, if you all survive. And then we'll put you at the very bottom of the initiative, Kieran. Here,
I figured it'd take me around to
It'll
get
take
there
you
and then
around
I'd roll again.
to get. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll put you at the bottom just to remind myself to get you to roll in.
Dot like salutes you, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Dot like gives you the strong nod and runs with you.
But let me show the rest. Oh well, sorry. Let me describe what's happening. So as you go to charge in, what you see all of you, like, Anzel is loading another bolt, getting ready to fire from her position up at the top. Bolton he summons a shadow creature out into the middle of the chamber, and as it falls, he switches places with it, so he's down at the lower chamber. You all are running around downside the outside of the chamber, and what you see is like each of those runes fire, and the light that was streaming into this dwarf floating in space begins to change to this blue, to the screen, to the scroll, and then it settles on this orangish reddish glow that shoots up from each of the runes to her, and suddenly her eyes have been closed like she was in some kind of meditative prayer, and she finally opens them and she says, "Yes, Marduk, I am ready. Tamniel Ro awakens for you." And you see suddenly her arm turns to rock. Her other arm turns to rock. She begins to grow in size. Her lower legs turn to rock. She falls to the pool of water, and she is so big now that her hands are sticking into the 2 feet of water and are just kind of sticking there. And she's growing and growing as another, like, her head begins to turn to rock as a solid metal shield on the skull appears, and then another head like bursts out of the side of her shoulder, and it looks exactly the same as her back end stretches and elongates into this massive tail with this metallic flail, as all of the gems and ores in the chamber liquefy and wrap around her tail and form this maul at the end of it. And I'll show you who you are dealing with, as she called herself Tamniel Ro, which if you want to write down her name, Tamniel Ro, a dwarf.
And
Tamniel, not Tamriel.
No, not Tamriel. Tamniel, Tamnielroe, Tamniel Ro.
I almost spelled it right. Damn, one letter off.
If you had gone to the dwarven capital first, which was an option, you might have met her before this moment. But instead you meet her here, and she called herself the World Shaker, and she now, however, no longer looks like a dwarf. She looks like this. Gotta change. No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? No background.
What are you doing?
I was like, I would change my background, but then I didn't.
Oh, don't like that.
Oh shit.
what?
There's Tamniel.
Oh my god.
One of the... So there's our chamber. Tamniel sitting at the center of the pool. And you can tell that, like, she's not... Like, this ritual wasn't to make Tamniel this creature. There's something happening in this pool that, as she's sitting there, she is a guardian of what is coming. The portal isn't open. It is opening. She is guarding that opening. She called out to Marduk, which in the moment that it happens, anybody from Illyria, so not Kieran, can make a history check. Sorry, Lucky got a natural 20, but I'll let anybody else roll for that.
I don't think I count.
I got a 4. I'm too angry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I would know.
Marduk is the name of one of the primals, supposedly
16.
killed by the 9 gods.
Yeah, those fucking primals.
He is the primal of the earth, the plane of earth. He is often depicted as a rampaging ox or wildebeest, a massive creature with horns, storming across the landscape. But she did call out to him.
Because, y'all, who is beneath the seat of Bellinor? The fucking caged primals. Fuck.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, if you guys know enough about the lore to know, maybe it wasn't the outer gods whispering to that priest, because who else in the lore whispers to things and drives them mad? It's the primals.
Because they did that to the dragon last game, guys.
Yes. True. Okay, so Kieran's off the map. Andalus is off the map. Bonnie is charging in. Bonnie, you're going to come in down here. Let me pull back a little. Ravik, you'll be back. You're coming down the mountain when she comes. Lucky. Enzel's
not
also
too
up
close,
here.
For sure.
Bolton. Sorry, that's Bolton. And then, oops. That's everybody. Oh wait,
Pull back a little bit.
Sorry, that's Enzel. Oh, this is Bolton. This is Enzel.
Gotta write the names on the bottom.
Well, that was Bolton's shadow, which he switched places with, so it's up by Enzel.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull the camera back a little bit?
Yes. So you guys up here, you're coming down. Bonnie is the only one that would make it at this point into the chamber immediately, like at the start of combat. Bolton's also there because he dropped using his echo. Pull back up the character sheet. All right. So at the top of this combat, Ravik, you're up here. You can. It would take your full movement to catch up to where Bonnie is, but you're also like up, like on a walkway here, looking down into the chamber. So if there's anything you want to do that's ranged, you can towards Tamniel at the center.
First, I'm gonna hex. I think.
Okay, you go to hex Tamniel.
Tamniel.
The hex kind of wraps around her. Like the water from the pool of water seems to like wrap around her legs and then course up into the cracks and the spines of her rocking body. Her rock body. Yeah, it is. She was sexy before she was a rock creature.
I think she's sexy after. I'm a little freak.
But yeah, so she's hexed. What are you giving her disadvantage on?
We'll say
wisdom.
We'll say wisdom. Yep, them wisdom checks.
Okay, wisdom checks. Perfect. All right. And then you want to stay where you are, or do you want
That's
to move
my
down
bonus
into
action.
The chamber? Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna stand here for now. That's my bonus action. For the action, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. Go ahead and make your 2 attack rolls.
Where's my Eldritch Blast? Okay. 17. So 26 to hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Or
roll for your second attack too.
And then 18 to hit.
That hits. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so that's a D10. That's shitty. Another D10. That's 9. And then a D6 for the hex. So that's 9 force damage. And another 2 necrotic, so 11 damage total.
So you fire out these blasts, these water blasts, like coalesce at the end of your dagger hilts. They fly out, and right before they impact her, you see they slam against some kind of like shield, and it flies off in both directions. And she looks up in your direction with both of her heads, or one of her heads looks in your direction, and one is looking out at the other individuals here. And she says, Marduk protects me from your petty sorceries, warlock. And does
Can I
does
tell
no damage to her.
Where that shield is coming from? Is it stemming from like the columns around? Or?
I will say in this moment you cannot, but in about 2 moments you will.
Oh, okay.
If it.
All right. At that point, Sage is going to go, and he's going to hold his action until Lucky, because he's going to follow wherever Lucky goes, which takes us to Tamniel. And what you see, Ravik, as you're looking, and she kind of looks up at you and sends that curse in your direction, you see that those sigils that were around the chamber that kind of activated her transformation, provided her with this great gift from the god that she worships, the primordial Marduk. And the sigils are still active. And they are in the space where each of those 9 columns around the central chamber rest. And suddenly you see every single one of them bursts to life. As where these columns are...
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Including the one that was knocked down?
Including the one that was knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not brimming with
that
hit
one
points
prone?
right now.
Yeah, he can start the battle prone.
Thanks, Kieran.
I'm gonna take whatever I can get.
Kieran's like, I just kicked the shit out of something.
There we go. As 9 elementals burst out of those
Yikes.
column chambers. And Ravik, what you can see is that they were birthed from where the sigils were, and that there is an invisible tether connecting each of them to Tamniel.
Mm.
Good.
Hey, Rem.
Gotta kill these
That
bitches
was
first.
her action, which takes us to Lucky. do you
And
want Lucky to do?
Kieran's not in range yet, right?
Kieran's
to
not
be
in
healed.
range yet. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna guiding bolt one of these. That seems. Or wait, no, maybe I'll Sacred Flame them because I don't want to use too many spell
Okay,
slots.
that's a
on these
wisdom
fuckers.
save.
Yeah, deck save.
A deck save? Oh, sorry. Well, it's a 2 on the die. So
Okay,
I think the only
so
one that's within range is
2d8.
this one right here.
Perfect. So they take 2d8. Ooh, 7.
Okay.
7 plus 7, 14. I rolled
14
great
points
as
of
Lucky.
damage. Fantastic.
Holy shit.
Nice.
As this radiant blast hits this elemental here, and you can see that like the damage, like the sigil that's connecting, Tamniel to that creature, you can see that the damage courses down the sigil and it hits Tamniel. So you get the sense that like in order to damage her completely, you'll need to take out the elementals. But
Yup.
she takes a portion of the damage that they each take because she's attached to them. Okay, that's Lucky's action. Anything with Lucky's bonus action or movement?
I don't know what Lucky does for bonus actions, but I think I will move just to kind of be a little bit more behind the melee people.
Well, so right now, like I don't. You guys are all
Whatever. Yeah, whatever seems advantageous. I mean,
They're all. You
As
guys
if
are
I
all
need
up
to.
here, about this height, up this way.
should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have any relevant bonus actions until some people who need healing come around.
Perfect. Okay. That takes us to Bolton. Bolton, seeing all of these elementals, just goes, "Oh fuck!" And charges forward to this elemental and is going to make 2 attacks against it. One of those will hit Bolton. The other one was a natural 1. Good job, buddy. 12 points of damage, and then he is going to teleport away and switch places with his echo, so he's back up here with you all. Seeing that he's vastly outnumbered down there. That takes, and then Anzel, who was holding the bolt, sees Ravik's attacks not do any damage, so she's going to also attack the same elemental that was against Bolton. That's 2 natural 20s in a row with Anzel and a bow.
Nice.
That's not even her major weapon. Also,
It is now.
last time I rolled 3 6s. This time I rolled 2 6s and a 5.
Amazing.
That's what I rolled on my damage from the.
What the hell, Anzel?
Anzel ate their Wheaties this morning.
Let's go, lesbians.
And I forgot she gets. It's the rule is double damage. It's not double damage. It's full. So it's 18 plus.
Go, lesbians.
Jesus,
17.
17, 18 plus 17.
This is why
35.
lesbians break up so much because they get so powerful when this happens.
A
So you're
massive
saying
bolt.
Anzel has a cat?
Yes, a massive bolt slams down into that one. It is looking rough. And then Anzel is going to start her charge down this way. She can get she can get to about here as she's coming down this walkway. She's probably about 20 feet behind Bonnie. Andalus, that takes us to you. You see Kieran running down the hallway in your direction.
Sorry, I was looking up how to play Dot. Dot's not in the fight yet either, right? I don't think she's close enough because she's with them.
Yeah, Dot is like further back. Dot's like here. You're. Dot's
I will have scooped Dot up when I ran.
Okay, yeah. So Kieran's kind of catching up, and has Dot in his hands.
Cool. Sorry, I was figuring out how her stuff was working. Sorry, I'm playing 3 characters. I'm playing 3 characters at the moment. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm in range for much of anything. I think I'll come. And now I've got like witch spells and like what's the range on these bitches? 1 second. Cackle range is what? And none of y'all can help me. You don't know what the range is.
No.
You don't know what the range is on a witch spell on a thing?
No, we do not.
On your homebrew class? No, sorry.
All right, I'm gonna reclass him into bard, guys. So this cannot stand anymore. That's so tempting to do, actually. Even though it's very fun. The sheet sucks. I'll cast Witch's Grasp on one of these guys.
Okay, do you want to do the one that's already injured?
Yeah, can I get within 30 feet of one?
Yeah, if you get right to the edge of that walkway, it's about 30 feet below you.
Actually, can I do one that's not injured? I want to make sure we have a good spread on these guys. If not, I'll do the injured one.
So you're about 20 feet up, and this one is only 30 feet away from you flat, but down on a hypotenuse, probably not. I'll let you roll an Arcana check to see if you got the range on it.
Okay.
Say a difficulty 15 will get you.
Oh, nailed it. All right. I got a 19 plus, baby.
Yeah, perfect. So you can. That one's just in range then.
Nice. So it has to make a strength saving throw.
That is the one saving throw they have. Let me see. That is on the die. Where's my Earth Elemental piece? That's only a 13.
Okay. Oh, fail.
So the one that's prone is now also grass, so it's restrained. Is that right?
And and it takes 1d8 damage.
Perfect.
Takes 6 damage.
6 points of damage.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. They are not immune to that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and it is restrained.
Perfect.
And then Bonnie, you're the only one down on the floor level. You see Bolton, he swings out with his sword twice, and then you just see him like vanish for a second, and then his shadow is there facing off against the one. So you are truly alone on the floor level, but you do hear Enzel charging up behind you.
So you said I cast the Find Steed at 5th level?
Yes.
Because of the... Cool, I can fly.
So wings sprout from the fiery demonic steed.
I don't even think it's wings. I think just fire leaves the ground, and they're like wherever it runs, it's just like a ramp of flame going wherever they're going.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm gonna run towards an undamaged elemental.
Okay, you've got one right here in front of you that you can get to.
Okay, and the steed is going to use Otherworldly Slam.
Okay.
And let me roll for that. Oh, there we go. That's better. So even before I hit the modifications, that's a 16.
That hits.
Okay, and that will be 1. It's 4 damage plus So 9 necrotic damage.
Does that go up as the spell level goes up?
Yeah. So that's with the bonus.
Okay. 9 damage. Perfect.
Yep. And as a bonus action, it is going to use Fell Glare on our big bad.
Okay.
So they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. That is an 18.
That passes. And Bonnie is now going to use Compelled Duel on it.
On the elemental or on
The big bad,
on
yeah.
the Tamniel. So that's another wisdom saving throw or charisma saving throw.
Wisdom.
Okay.
They have disadvantage because of...
yes.
Did you roll the first one with disadvantage?
I think they only have disadvantage on this check.
Yeah, once check.
Yeah.
It's
Typically, it's one check.
So that's a 10 on the die. Wisdom was Tamniel's strength before she decided to give her soul to a primordial.
Mm.
She
That was
sacrificed a little strength. That's 15.
That meets it.
Okay. So yeah, so she is not compelled to you, but one of her heads does turn to look at you and says, "You did not have to ask me to kill you. I'd be happy to do it without the spell."
oh,
Bonnie doesn't even reply. That would give her dignity she doesn't deserve.
Perfect.
And I think that will be my turn. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That takes us.
Oh wait, no. Bonnie still has an action. Never mind.
Yeah, compelled duel.
Bonnie-
Girl.
yeah. So Bonnie's just gonna hit the elemental 2 more times.
Go ahead and make your 2 attacks. Is this with the front door?
No, it's with the staff of flowers. The first one is a 10 to hit. I don't think that hits.
That misses.
The other one is a 15.
That hits.
Okay. 5 damage.
5 points of damage to this one. Okay.
So that's total 14 to it for the
14
turn.
for the round. Nice, good. All right, that takes us to the bottom of the turn. Kieran, go ahead and roll your initiative for me.
Okay, that is going to be 19.
19. I think
nice.
that beats Ravik. So, Kieran.
right after me.
So before Kieran goes, oh, you were above 20, Ravik?
I was at 20.
You were at 20. Okay, so we'll do layer actions first, and then Ravik. So let's see.
We don't have to. That's
Well, they just happen at 20, so that's just when they go. All right, so layer actions. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. Wait, sorry. Yeah, everybody is on either except for Kieran, because Kieran's still technically outside of the chamber. Everybody except for Kieran make a Constitution saving throw.
And Dot does not have to make one.
Dot does not. have to
No,
make
she's
one.
also out. She's lagging. Yikes.
Bolton
That's a
and
yikes for
Bolton
me.
and Zell both failed. Sage
All right,
succeeded.
Lucky, please. What is this con?
Con save.
What does a 14 get me for Lucky?
I don't.
Success? Failure?
Is it? Do you add the con? bonus?
14. Yeah, I did.
Okay, 14. That is a failure.
Damn it. We both fail.
Ravik.
Fuck.
23.
That's a success. Bonnie.
God damn you.
21.
That's a success. All right.
God damn you.
So, and Sage succeeded, but Bolton and Zell failed. Okay. Okay. So everybody who failed takes 3 points of damage. And your speed is halved as you feel like the rock beneath your feet is like reaching up and grabbing at your ankles and trying to hold you in place. So basically, the entire chamber is now difficult terrain for you. So Ravik, Andalis, Lucky, and Bolton and Enzel, you're at half speed at this round. And you took 3 points damage, which is not very much damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So as we get to the top of the initiative for the next round and the climactic battle of this portion of Arc 2, we will go ahead and pick up there next week.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Kill this freaking monster. So they're all connected.
Yep.
And the prone guy's still the prone guy.
They're all connected, and you can tell that they're like every time you do damage to them, it's doing some of the damage to Temniel. And so you have to, but they're shielding her from at least magical attacks. You haven't tried anything else.
Yeah.
I am going to read up on D&D mounted combat over the course of this week because this is an entirely new experience for Atwood as a player. I have never had a horse in D&D.
Yeah, it's the big thing here. Like you get to replace basically your movement speed with theirs, and since it's flying, you get a pretty big boost to that.
Nice.
Oh my god. Jesus. That was crazy.
Kieran's gonna run in. What the hell is that?
We've
got a lot to explain. Just fight those things.
Here's a closer.
Hit the ugly stuff.
Wow.
Looks great, Josh.
What's the thing on the other side? Is that like? Oh, that's the other hand.
Yeah, she's got two faces now, and like her massive trunks there. But used to be a fairly beautiful dwarf, and Lucky wasn't. Well, I guess you all saw the vision. You did see. Well, you didn't know it was Terrell Dimwala at the time, but you saw the woman who had been posing as Vera, talking to a dwarf in the city.
Yep. I remember.
Looked just like her. It looked just like.
Oh, I remember. Don't worry. Yep. I knew. I knew where we were going with this, Josh.
Yeah.
Jace would be so proud of me. I understood the plot.
No.
And way to do a Jace roll on the double 20s with this.
I know. And then two nat ones for your idiot other man here.
Yeah.
Love that.
Bonnie, don't forget you do have a point of exhaustion, so you are taking.
Oh, I've been subtracting.
Okay,
it's
good.
-2.
I just forgot to remind you at the start of the day, or the.
Why is Bonnie exhausted? I don't remember what happened.
Bonnie had
all the stinking kids.
Yeah, Bonnie had an exhaustion check at the beginning of the day. Yeah.
From the sick kids.
Oh.
That's what happens. You hang around walking petri dishes. You get exhausted the next day.
Yeah, I know that from work.
Delete that.
I was like, if one more child coughs in this establishment, I will set the building on fire.
Oh man.
Speaking of walking petri dishes, we met my nephew, my 5-week-old nephew.
Oh my god.
Yay.
We're more of a petri dish to him. Wesley.
Oh.
Wesley. Just like Princess Bride, little
I was
baby.
gonna say it's a Princess Bride.
Yes, I love this. We think of that. They were like, we didn't even think about that. I was like, well, it's one of like the best film characters ever made. So
the Dread Pirate Robertson. Yeah.
I know. It's a family.
Wesley will always come for me.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah. For them, it's a family name, so they weren't really
my my paternal grandfather. It's Wesley.
Nice.
Was Wesley.
Oh.
Was he a pirate?
That's cute.
No, but he was a pilot.
Yeah, pilot.
Close enough.
Yeah.
The Dread Pilot Robinson.
We've said he is banned. This Wesley is banned from all careers in aviation.
Yeah, exactly.
He is genetically predisposed to a plane crash. Like,
oh my gosh.
On his dad's and his mom's side, there has been a guy who's died in a plane crash. They're like, stay out of the plane.
Firmly on the plane.
Yeah, he's gonna have trains and boats and
any other form of transportation.
Car.
I was like, let me hook you up with the boats. I got
school bus, anything
submarines,
else.
maybe those got to be safer.
That would absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not.
Probably.
Josh, the beginning of this session was so scary. I had like chills.
Oh.
I was like, this is so freaky.
I was getting rats in the walls vibes.
It was cosmic horror shit.
No. Well, it's like people who spent their entire lives praying to gods and then found themselves in a situation where, we were reminded that our gods are dead.
Yeah, and then something like a god is talking to me. Yeah, that seems like a god. Yeah, it's freaky.
Hashtag lucky villain origin story.
Yeah.
It was freaky. It was freaky.
Well,
that's why Lucky was so pissed. Lucky saw a little bit too much of theirself in this guy. Was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not that bad.
No.
Josh, I think something happened. I have to talk to you about once everyone leaves.
Okay.
So, 'cause I think something has happened, which I think is interesting.
Okay.
We didn't level up, did we?
You've
Not
leveled
yet.
Not
up.
until we long rest.
But it doesn't take effect till you take a long rest. Yeah.
We gotta take
Yeah,
a
so
long
that's
rest.
when
Although
we
I
went
like
along
the way
with-
Brennan's doing
I'm
it.
loving that. I'm actually not opposed
I heard
to it after this
there's a
level,
lot.
just because like you will all do it during this fight. And that's not narrative
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Why do you think I brought it up?
Yeah, but I like from this point forward, I'd be like for level 8 beyond, I'd be happy to do. But I love that idea. I think it's really great.
Oh, it's like a triggering moment that causes your.
Yeah, so they went
Level
through
up.
the whole leveling up process and they like picked what they were going to do, but then they can pick a moment in the campaign that's like
Mhm.
narratively interesting to level up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and what he had him
Core
do is go
foul.
like, okay, there's 2 or 3 spells I'm looking at. I don't know which one I'm going to take yet. Okay, it'll be one of those 3, but you can decide which one in the moment. So if there's a narrative reason why you would,
Yeah,
Need that
So
spell. in
cool.
I
mind.
really like that.
So
I
cool.
like not that he stole limit breaks from me because I stole them from Final Fantasy, but
Mhm.
but I love the desperation mechanics. I think that's great. I think like
Mhm.
his like the desperation mechanics that he's doing for when people are knocked down. I like
so
those
cool.
a lot. And
It's really cool.
I think we'll do those too. I just have to go back and look at it. I know, for instance, that like if you're unconscious and you're rolling death saves, you can give basically inspiration to somebody each turn. So we'll do that because I think that's a really good idea. Keeps you all in the combat.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh my god. Craziness.
Yeah.
All
what a
right,
game,
you
guys.
cool.
Don't forget
cool
you all have
cat.
limit breaks because I all know that you're low on HP because this was
Not
Is
me.
it-
I've just been chilling, but everyone else is
I'm
dying.
almost at half. I think is it
it,
half?
it played
It's
in my
half.
favor.
bloody. Yeah.
I've used mine, so I'm I am out of every bonus thing.
I
Yeah.
actually don't have
I'm
a
out
limit
of-
break
I'm out
yet,
of second
which is also
wind.
embarrassing.
Oh no.
I'm out of action surge. I'm
Jeez,
I've
my
got-
man.
Mhm.
I've got prerequisites for mine, so stuff needs to happen before Bonnie can
Yeah.
use theirs.
You guys, I mean,
Oh.
you have the NPCs that you have are higher level than you. They're taking a beating, but they're in
Ah, my
relatively good
babes.
shape.
Robert's all
freaking
about putting
babes.
Sage out there as cannon fodder. Just
Why are you trying to get Sage killed?
Dang,
I'm just
because
saying,
he's
he's a big
competition. He's
No, he's a big
competition
bad-
for Ravik.
Ravik's like, he saw my face, can't live.
No.
No, it's because of
Both of them
Lucky.
kinda there.
Ooh, the drama.
All right, good night, y'all.
All right, night,
All
everybody.
right,
See y'all
later.
See y'all next week.
The tea.